My friends and I have this pact, an understanding of sorts. We like to call each other our ride or dies. Basically meaning we ride with each other no matter what. And if we don't ride, we die. Well, not die, but ride with your friends or you both fail together. It sounds less dramatic. These kids over in Jerusalem made it up. One time, our friend Simon, he crashed his fruit truck into a chariot. It damaged the wheel, and it would have costed Simon a month's salary to fix it. But we all got together and made a GoFundMe page and raised the money. Ride or die. Or this other time, our friend Abraham needed to make a bunch of tables. He was a carpenter, and he got a bunch of orders for deluxe dinner tables. Passover was coming up, and for some reason, a lot of people needed a new table. He had to bust out like 12 tables in like a week and a half. So we all got together and camped out in his workshop and got it done. See? Ride or die. Even I was able to help. Well, you can't tell by looking at me now, but I was paralyzed once for a while. My whole life actually. But it didn't matter that I was paralyzed. I could still help with whittling the dowels and sanding the tables. It was an amazing time. We knew of another carpenter nearby. I'm sure you would know him too. His name was Jesus. We heard about him coming from Galilee, where he had just healed a bunch of people and cast out demons. I found it hard to believe, but my heart wanted it to be true because of, my situation. I thought if everything that people were saying was true, I may be able to be healed and able to walk. One day, our friend Ira came in screaming and yelling. He was excited about something. We asked him what was going on. He said that Jesus was in Capernaum. He was in the house teaching nearby. We all jumped up in excitement. Well, everyone except me, obviously. But I was definitely jumping on the inside. We all knew that this was my one chance to be able to walk, to know what it feels like to run, to no longer be embarrassed and humiliated for having to be wheeled around and carried everywhere. So we all gathered our things and headed out to find Jesus. We traveled a couple miles to the house he was teaching in, and it was terrible. There had to be a few hundred or thousands of people. All I knew is that there was no way for me to get close enough to be healed. The house was flooded so bad that people were standing outside. But Jesus preached the word anyway. And I said, well, guys, this was a nice idea. Let's maybe next time, let's ride. And Simon said, we're ride or die. I wonder what he meant by that. But the others seemed to know exactly what he was talking about. Without hesitation, they picked me up, sat me on a mat that they had found, and began to carry me around to the back of the house. I was mortified. What are you guys doing? I yelled. Iris said, if we can't get you through the crowd, then I guess we'll just have to get you over them. I pleaded with them to stop. How embarrassing would it be for me to be catapulted over the crowd and thrown at Jesus' feet? It was a terrible idea. But they had a different plan in mind. They all climbed up onto the roof, pulling my mat along with them. They struggled and grunted and gasped for air while they hoisted me up there. And the sun certainly didn't help. It was hot, but that didn't seem to stop them. Once we were up there, I looked around and thought to myself, is there a trap door, a latch, a skylight that I can get through? No, there was nothing. With their bare hands, they dug through the roof and made an opening and lowered my mat down right in front of Jesus. Jesus saw our faith and said to me, "My son, your sins are forgiven. Get up, take your mat, and go home." And so I did as he said. I got up. Did you hear me? I got up, took my mat, and walked out in full view. Everyone was amazed, praising God, saying, "We have never seen anything like this." Neither had I. But what a man Jesus was to put your faith in. I would never have any doubts in who he was or what he could do. Being able to walk is nice. Amazing, actually. But the first thing that he said to me was that my sins were forgiven. And that taught me that the use of my legs wasn't as important as the condition of my heart and soul. For what does it profit a man to gain the ability to walk, but yet lose his soul?